Hello, this is NobleX12 and welcome to my first ever figure review of the Mandalorian Black Series, Din Djarin, and the Child. And I do believe that this figure actually is not available to buy in stores anymore. I found this on eBay, total for like 72 bucks. That's including like tax and everything, so it was about like 60, but like tax and shipping and so about like 72 in total. This is the full Beskar. I do have the other one and I will make a comparison in a little bit, but you can see, he has the full Beskar and he comes with this. And like, I think the main thing that makes this different is his helm is actually removable, and you can see Pedro Pascal's face, or at least the closest mold they can get. And it comes with the most stuff. Like I have multiple black series, and this is probably the one that's most extensive in my collection. It's really nice, and as you can see, I'm very happy with it. I think that it looks beautiful. I do have some gripes with it, but I will tell that in a second. So let's go to the review. Alright, so as you can see, beautiful figure. Up close, his cape, would be cool if his cape was cloth. I think there is a version out there. There is. Let me know in the comments. If not, comments. Yeah. As you can see, very pretty. I think they used a lot of the same design like that. I don't know why that's still dirty. Maybe in the show, I don't remember. I remember the Beskar being like super clean, so I don't know why this is like stained, but he still looks pretty nice. As you can see, pegs. I do like they did pay attention to the detail. They did add the rhinoceros alien thing that Grogu saved him from. He has a little peg right here. He also has a little peg for the rocket launcher and for the jetpack and for his gun right here. So as you can see, very pretty. Honestly, if you look up, you can start seeing his head like right here. So I like to tilt it down because you can see a lot of the skin right there. But as you can see, he's very, very nice looking figure. Now, I'm not sure if this is supposed to be his gloves or his hands. The skin, if it's supposed to be skin, I can see it, but it kind of looks a little bit too almost gross, like pukey color, But as for his articulation, oh yeah, also he comes with a little gun right here that you can take out. Like so. Here, let me take it out for you guys so you can take a look at it. As you can see, it's pretty nice. Just a lot of metallic covering. So let me put that down right here. So as you can see, let's go over his articulation. You can bend the knee. Ankle, is it on a swivel? No, just up and down. Wrist is on a swivel. Bend at the joint. And out forward. Right here. You can't go too up right here because the armor's blocking it, but it still looks nice. So I'm really enjoying the painting job. It looks really incredible. It looks pretty good so far. Now, let's take off the helmet. Oh, there we go. So, as you can see, Pedro Pascal's face. But before we get to that, let's look at the helmet first because I have a lot to say about his face. So let's put him down. Well, actually, right here. Just put him right there. All right. So as you can see, the helmet. I'm pretty pleased with it. It looks pretty good. Metallic, really nice color. They try to mimic the Beskar, the shiny feel of the Beskar, which is really cool. Actually, let's look at the Beskar fit, like right here, because they actually have it came with pure Beskar bars right here. So as you can see, it's different color. Actually, no, that's just the lighting. No, it's really similar in color, probably just a little bit different texture because they're trying to mimic the, this is pure Beskar, and then the armor melted down looks maybe a little different, but it looks really, really pretty. Yeah, I'm pleased with it. It is squishy, so like I highly doubt, like, if you do get this, don't play with the helmet all too much. Just hold it gently. Don't like squeeze it or test it because I do feel like it could break pretty easily when it's not on his head. All right, so let's go to the face of Pedro Pascal. So, all right, so this face, it looks pretty good. I'll give it that. It looks fairly decent. It doesn't look like Pedro Pascal though. It looks like a good face, and maybe from like certain angles, like from here, kind of, from here a little bit. His hair, it just, I think what the problem was is that they needed to find a good way to make it compact, and his hair is pretty thick. So they just kind of went with this compact everything as we can while making it look like him so we can put the helmet on, which is why this is the only Mandalorian figure, and this is why I got it, that actually has this feature of removing the helmet. Because I don't know why, ever since I was a kid, a lot of my figures, as you will see in later reviews, have removable helmets, masks, you know, and I really like that feature just because I like, you know, that it's attention to detail, and I've always liked that idea. And as you can see, the hair looks really good. Everything looks really good. It kind of looks like Anakin Skywalker hair. I do not have an Anakin Skywalker black figure. I need to get that sometime. But it does kind of resemble Anakin from Episode 3, just a little shorter. Yeah. Does he have a little mustache? Let's see. A little mustache? I don't know. I think a little bit, but not really. So the face mold is good. It just doesn't really look like Pedro, but that should be fine. All right. Now let's set him down right here. Ooh. Will he stand? Yes, he will. And take a look at the famous Grogu child. So this, I'm pretty sure that this toy came out before Season 2, or at least waiting for Season 2. So he was still referred to as the child, which is why at the beginning of the video I called him the child, because that's what it says in the box. Honestly, it doesn't look too bad. I mean, for Black Series, it is what you get. This isn't like an SH figure art type thing, and he has, you know, detail. He doesn't have that much articulation. Like, see, I think his hands move a little bit. That one moves a tiny bit. This one, I think, will move more. I don't even know if it's full 360, and if his head doesn't really move. He's just literally really just a sculpt, and I think it's really nice. This is literally just a sculpt statue. Oh, little feet. But yeah, right here maybe could have done a little better, but again, I don't really have gripes with it because it's a small Black Series. They didn't need to add it in. I mean, it's really nice, and I think that because this is the only, like, as you know, Baby Yoda, that's what he used to be called, merchandise I have, and I'm happy with it. It looks nice. I mean, from afar, it looks perfect. You know, like let's put him right here in between. Yep, he looks nice. I mean, and the fact that he has his little hand up, it looks really nice. Okay, now let's move on to all the like little nooks and crannies he has. There's the thing that carries him. You can take it off, because I was playing with it earlier when I first got it. And this pod, it looks nice. Like wow, it really does look, you know, appealing. I don't remember it being this color. That could just be having like a Mandela effect. But regardless of it, the sculpt, the mold is really nice. Sorry, I was having some zooming problems. I can see that. But let's see. And then you can take off the top and look inside. And they paid attention to detail on this. Like, I really do like the way this turned out. I like the way the whole figure turned out. Like, the more I look at it, the more, you know, rating I'm giving it. I don't even know if I'm going to give it a rating, honestly. But I don't know how this is going to work. Again, this is my first figure review on my channel, so bear with me, guys. But I have a crap ton of figures, so I figured why not make a channel, show people. But, you know, let's see if this can pop on. There it goes. So, yep, that can take off. It can come off. Go back on. And then here is his jetpack. I'm not going to put it on because I like the way he looks right there. But this is just basically one solid color. And I mean, that's what it looks like in the show. So, I mean, it's fine. They tried their best at replicating what the show would look like, you know. And it looks, I'm really pleased with it. I forgot what this was. This is like the thing that, like, oh yeah, I remember. This is what he found Grogu in. And let's take a look at it. Hopefully the camera zooms. There it goes. Yeah, it doesn't look bad. Doesn't look bad at all. Yeah, looks pretty good. Yeah, it's nice. Not really any gripes. It's just a little thing. And then the Beskar you guys already took a look at, so let's look at the gun. Okay, so, oh, yeah, nice. I don't even know what this rifle's called. I just know it's a rifle. And yeah, I mean, it looks pretty nice. I think this is the same from when the first figure review of the Mandalorian. Not figure review, the first figure that came out, which is his old armor, you know. But I think it's the same exact gun. We will take a look at that in a second. But yeah, so far so good. I mean, it's nice attention to detail. Yeah. All right. So here is it next to the first release of Black Series of the Mandalorian pre-Beskar. I know there is another version out there where his helmet does not remove and it's just this, but you know, this essentially, this helmet does not remove, his does. And I was surprised, the heads look pretty similar in shape. Like maybe this one looks a little bit bigger, but other than that, I mean, it looks pretty much the same. Like honestly, I'm pretty, you know, shocked of how compact it looks. Like I was expecting like his chest piece to be bigger, this to be bigger, and I will explain why in a second. But other than that, it's pretty much the same. This right here, this belt piece, different. And everything else is a little bit molded to more perfection. But for the most part, it's the same build, just a little bit sturdier mold. Again with this, his hands right here look more like gloves because maybe that's just because it matches more with the old outfit. But these, I can't tell if they're gloves or it's his hands. Or maybe that one. Because as you can see, they look really similar, but I cannot tell. That's probably my one gripe with the figure. He has a lot more mud on him. This one has some mud right here. Again, I do not understand how. Maybe is it mud? It's rust. It's supposed to be mud because I know Beskar is basically like the adamantium or vibranium of the Star Wars universe. But I'm not sure. But again, it's pretty much the same, just a little bit different. I know that's kind of like an oxymoron, but you know, it's pretty much the same. Again, there's some molded differences. Like underneath, I'm pretty sure that these layers are the same. The armor is probably what's molded different. The armor is in the same patterns, but it is molded a lot different. Right here's pretty much the same. I'm trying to look for similarities. This is my first time actually comparing them. So yeah, I mean it looks the same. So if we pick them up, put them side to side. Yeah. Maybe this helmet's a little more detailed, but I'm pretty sure it's the same design. Yep. So, but the only difference is his helmet, that's his head, and this is his mask. So, yeah, it is pretty good. Now, let's get on to the reason why I expected this guy to be a lot bigger. Oh yeah, before I do that, I want to compare the guns. I remember I'd say compare the guns. So, this is the gun from the first wave, and this is the gun from this new wave. I don't know what wave this is when it comes to Mandalorian. I'm pretty sure it's the second, but I could be wrong. But let's see. So, get the camera to focus. It is a little different. I thought it was the same thing. It is a little different. The coloring, it seems... Yeah, the coloring seems to be a little bit lighter on this one. And maybe that's because they're trying to make it a sleek look because of the Beskar. But for the most part, it is the same gun. I think they just colored it a little bit different. Yeah, this one just looks a little lighter. That is literally the only difference. So, yeah, okay, now on to the actual reason. Alright, here is him next to Black Series Jango Fett. Now, I know he came out a while after he did, but this is the whole reason why I was expecting him to be a lot thicker. Like, bigger. Not thicker with 3 C's. Oh, no, like just a bigger mold than the other one that we saw compared him to. But he's not, and the reason why, I don't know. Maybe it's just because they went with a different design. This is a whole other design in general. This is more like Boba Fett, Jango Fett. Well, this is... you know, Din Djarin, obviously, but hear me out. I honestly thought it was going to be the same because, you know, Mandalorians all have, like, the similar, I guess, armor. But they use, as you can see, it's the same design, just this one's a lot more thicker, and I think it's more paid attention to detail. And maybe that's because he's, I don't know, more of a regarded character that's been, like, you know, around a lot longer. But, yeah, and his mask removes, too. That's why I was like, oh, you know, but, you know, both of these figures are incredible and when it comes to Mandalorians, and I do really enjoy this, so, you know. Alright, well, thank you for joining me for this review. It is really cool, this figure, you know. I have some gripes with it, but very minor, so if I do give it a rating, let's say, I'd give it at least, you know, 7 or 8.5 out of 10. It's not perfect, you know. It is not, you know, like a NECA series. It's not extensively made, but it is made for, you know, with love and passion, so... yeah, I'd say about an 8. All right, join me next time.